Technology is a wonderful tool in education, but with technology comes legal and ethical issues that must be followed. The first issue we're going to look at is copyright and fair use issue laws within education. The intellectual property is protected under laws so that somebody cannot take their content and monetize from somebody else's work. Oftentimes in education, people like to use other people's work, but they might be afraid that it is going to be breaking copyright laws. This is where Creative Commons comes in handy for education. The first resource from Barnard College shares great information about the Creative Commons and an overview of how to use it. Creative Commons is a nonprofit organization that provides free copyright licenses for creators. In education, if a paper is written, they can put a copyright on it so nobody is able to steal their work. Another great resource is from the EduBlogger, the Educator's Guide to Copyright, Fair Use, and Creative Commons. This is a very organized web page that has lots of links to issues like what are copyright rules, what is copyright, what is fair use, what is public domain, and explains each one in great detail, but easy enough for the average user to understand. Another great resource is to go to the Creative Commons webpage itself. Here they have lots of information spelled out about how to use or obtain licenses for particular kinds of work. This image from the Creative Commons website helps you understand how to use it. The Creative Commons has a list of different types of labels on each type of work that is copyrighted, and it has instructions on how you can use it and cite it. Copyright laws are legally binding, making it scary and challenging to use anything that is not your own creations. The Creative Commons helps you understand what you can and can't use. A common dilemma that I deal with as a music educator is what can I use without breaking copyright laws? In the United States, it is legal to use some things for educational purposes only, but they cannot be shared out publicly, and it has to be for personal use. I do have my own YouTube channel where I produce some play-along videos, and I do use copyrighted music. YouTube has an inbuilt copyright checker that, within seconds of uploading the video, flags it for copyright. As long as the original content creator allows their content to be used, you may also use it and upload it on YouTube. I can use copyrighted content, but I cannot make any money off of it. In the next section, we're going to check out the FERPA laws in elementary education. According to EPIC and the website on student privacy, this is what FERPA is: a law passed that protects student privacy. FERPA protects the confidentiality of educational records while also giving students the right to review their own records. This is the last law that was passed in 1974. This law applies to all school districts that receive federal funding, but students cannot access their own educational records until they reach the age of 18. And their legal parent or guardian is the one who is responsible for their information. A common problem that schools have is that a lot of the websites online are required to have student names and passwords. The school district will have to give out the names of the students, which is protected by FERPA. In these situations, no other information besides student names will be provided. This Edutopia website is great, and it provides 6 steps to protect student data privacy online as an educator. The last section is going to be discussing plagiarism and academic dishonesty. Academic integrity and plagiarism go hand in hand. Plagiarism is using somebody else's words or intellectual property without citing and giving them credit. With the invention of the internet, information is easier now than ever to come across, but it is really hard to check and make sure that students are using academic integrity. There are many websites out there, including Blackboard, SafeAssign, and Grammarly, that are easy to use and allow teachers to input students' work to check for plagiarism. With the internet, it becomes really easy for students to cheat and not actually do their own work. Academic dishonesty is defined as cheating, plagiarism, fabrication or falsification, and sabotage. Nearly every school has rules on academic integrity because, let's face it, cheaters never win.